Hey you guys, if you are looking for an at-home laser device and you want one with professional strength, you just might be interested in this one from DermRays Revive. I am a total at-home device junkie. I love the convenience of being able to do the treatment at home. I don't have to make an appointment. I don't have to go sit in a waiting room for my appointment. And I like having the power of being able to pay for it once and then use it as many times as I want. And I like doing different body parts. So I just feel like it is just so much cheaper to be doing it myself at home, and I enjoy it. So over the years, I have tried a lot of laser devices, and I always say every little bit helps, but I've never tried one that just had me clicking my heels in the air because I thought it was so fabulous. So this one arrived, and I didn't even open it up. I didn't even take the plastic off of it. It sat in my cupboard for, I think, about a month. Just because before I use any sort of device, I know that I'm going to need to dive deep into just learning everything there is to learn about it. And I was just tight for time. I mean, I would have found the time if I was really motivated, but I guess I wasn't motivated enough because I wasn't so excited thinking, this is going to be so fabulous. I really want to dive in and learn all about it. So anyways, I took it out about a week ago and I started researching it. And I was so mad at myself that I waited a whole month. I'm like, a whole month wasted when I could have been using this. So what I did learn actually got me pretty excited. So in this video, I'm not going to be able to show you the before and after pictures. I'm not going to be able to tell you what the results are like because I really just started using it like about a week ago. But what I will tell you in this video is, well, first of all, how it works, how you use it, all of that. And I can give you my first impressions on what I think of it so far, because I've used a lot of them. So I do have others that I can compare it to. And I just find that this one is very different from anything I've used in the past. So let's just go over what their claims are and what kind of results we should expect. First of all, it is FDA cleared. They say there is going to be a reduction in wrinkles, that there is going to be smaller, more refined pores, that is going to help with melasma. And they say that it's good for all skin types, which really is really important so that a lot of us, all of us can use it. It's a 1064 nanometer laser with a powerful energy output. So that was what caught my attention right away because they say that is the same power that a lot of the machines at med spas have. So that sort of caught my attention. So you are kind of getting a pretty powerful laser that you can have at your beck and call whenever you want. I love that. It's a non-ablative approach, which means that it doesn't damage the skin surface. Yay, no downtime. Instead, it delivers the heat to the dermis, which is the layer underneath the skin, and then that is where the collagen is produced. They claim that it is 200 times more powerful than our beloved LED mask, which we are all obsessed with. They also say like almost 3 times more powerful than the Nero laser. So those are just a few of the key points that caught my attention and got me really excited to give it a try. Like I told you, I've only been using it about a week, and I know this probably isn't possible, but I already think I've seen results. But anyways, I'm waiting to show you results after I've used it a significant amount of time. There's gonna be a follow-up video for sure. Let's go over how you use it and kind of the things just straight out of the gate, what I really do dig about it. So here is the machine. It's not too big. It's got a little weight to it, but it's light. It's very effortless and very easy to use. If you have ever used a laser device before, you know that the way you have to activate that laser is you have to have full contact. I think it has 4 places of contact, so it is so easy to keep the contact. That is just my favorite part about using this. It's stress-free and relaxing. And as you can see, it has a cord, so it is plugged in, and it's a very long cord because I had to plug it in over on that wall over there, and it is long enough to reach. So the cord is long, and I like that you plug it in because As much as I love the convenience of charging a machine, for a laser, I want to know that it is always fully charged. So when you're plugging it in, you know that every single time it is beeping and that laser is activated, that you are getting its full strength. So I like that it's a plug-in. So I plug it in right beside my bed. I keep this on my bedside table. I do it in the evening when I'm just relaxing, watching a little bit of TV, some Netflix, just chilling. It's so effortless to use. They do say when you first start out, look in the mirror and see what you're doing. I don't know. I just find it's very easy. Maybe because I've been doing this forever. You might want to start out that way, but I think you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. So as you can see, it has this cooling system built in here, so it never gets hot. You can feel a little bit of warmth, but it never feels hot. So it's really easy to use. As you can see, there's only 2 buttons. So you start by long hold on the power button, and that's going to turn it on. And then you can see that you have a light right here, and then the fan turns on, so now you're in the standby mode. Next, you go down to the ready button, hit that, and then that light is going to turn green. And then it has 3 different strengths. So now you're in ready mode. You can start on strength number 1, or you can press the power button 2 more times, and that is going to give you the full strength. Of course, what they say is to start on your first level. Give it a try. Even do it like sort of in an inconspicuous spot just to see how your skin reacts to it. Of course, I didn't do that. I went full strength right out of the gate. It's just how I roll. I can't help myself. The little window is blue, but when you press it down and it's activated, then it turns red. So there's 2 ways that you can use it. You can either just glide it along your skin. You can hear it beeping. So you can glide it along the skin, or you can do a stamping method like this and just slightly overlap as you go. So 2 different ways to do it. I kind of do a combination of the both. I do mostly, I would say I do the gliding, but then if it gets a little sticky or whatever, I'll do the stamping. You don't use any sort of lotions or creams or anything. You just use it on freshly washed skin. So if you have a specific area that you really want to target, you really want to zero in on, like an acne scar or a dark spot, they say by stamping it 3 or 4 times in a row like that really helps the energy to accumulate and just gives you a better result. And for the rest of the areas, they say that just 2 passes is going to be sufficient. So if you're going for, let's say, a brow lift, they suggest that with the opposite hand, you hold up your skin and you make it a little taunt, and then you just use the laser, and that way it really helps the laser to penetrate more effectively. And here is my favorite reason for having at-home devices. You pay for it that one time, and then you use it on as many body parts as you want. If you guys have been watching my videos lately, you know that my new obsession is my forearms and my hands. I don't even see my face all day, so what do I care what it looks like? But all day I have to look at my forearms and my hands, and they're so crepey. So I've been doing whatever I can to try and really take some of that crepiness away. So I'm gonna use the laser on it, and I actually feel like I've already seen some results, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting the full time before I show you. I'm hopeful. So I've taken my before pictures, and we'll see. We'll see in a few months if we're gonna see results or not. But I'm hopeful and I'm excited. You can use it on any body part you want. You can use it on your neck, just be careful to avoid the thyroid area, but great for the chest. I mean, that's the beauty of having an at-home device. You pay for it once and you can just do whatever you want. So that is really fun. I love that. Okay, let's go over the protocol of how often you should use it. So I think for those of us over 50, I think this is going to be the perfect formula. First of all, try it out. Make sure that your skin doesn't have any sort of reaction to it. Find the level that's going to work best for you, and then you can go to every other day. They say to do that for 3 months and then to take a break. And that is where the magic's gonna happen. So I think we're gonna see the results after 3 months, because then when you stop, and that's the important part, that's when you've got to let that collagen work its magic and start to really build. So maybe it's gonna be about 4 months before we see those results. But I'm excited to give you that follow-up video. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that follow-up video. If you don't want to wait around and see my results, if you're like me, just excited about it and want to try it out yourself, they do give you a 90-day money-back guarantee, so that kind of gives you ample time to give it a good try and to know whether or not it's going to work. At that point, you're going to have an idea whether or not it's working. I will leave the link below. I have a discount code. I think the device itself is $699, and my discount code is going to give you $110 off. So that is a fantastic price, especially when you compare it to what you would pay at a med spa. And just being able to have it at home, you pay it that one time and you can use it as often as you want and on as many body parts as you want. So I'm excited and I'm optimistic, but I always have a little bit of skepticism that anything will actually work on my very crepey 61-year-old skin. So only time will tell. I love the challenge of fighting against wrinkles and the aging process, but the truth is that no matter how I look, I love life. I feel very, very, very blessed for my health, and that is something I put way more effort into than fighting wrinkles. Being healthy, eating properly, exercising, that is my main objective, number one. The wrinkle fighting and the aging, you know, that's just kind of for kicks and giggles. Ladies, aging is beautiful. We're never getting rid of all of our wrinkles, nor should we. That's a good thing because they're our badge of honor. We worked hard for these wrinkles. So although I like to get rid of as many as I can, I'm still proud of the ones that I have, or that's what I tell myself. No, I really am. I love getting older. I think older women are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. So you know what? Let's take some time today and let's count our blessings, because no matter how bad things might seem, we can always count our blessings. And I know we all have blessings to count. I love you guys so much. Go have an absolutely fabulous day. Bye.